Update 1.14 went live today for Battlefront 2, and this update includes the second half of the Han Solo season. Let's check it out. The game mode Extraction is back, and the real meat and potatoes of the Season 2 DLC is the brand spanking new Extraction mode, Kessel Map. For whatever reason, I love this room. The map is a close quarters labyrinth. Long hallways, sharp corners, elevation, death around every bend. I love the look of the map. It's often dark and dreary, a gloomy mine, lit with bright work lights that can sometimes be as blinding as if you were to walk from inside to outside into the sunlight. Honestly, initially I was a little bummed that we were going to be getting a Kessel map in the first place rather than a Corellia map. And while I still would have loved to have an urban city Corellia map, the Kessel map we got is a unique entry into the game's map cycle. All three phases of the Extraction mode put you in slightly different environments, working your way towards the front of the mine where things are a little more riddled with technology and less sparse than deeper into the mine. It's like the further you make your way out of the mine, the more close to civilization you get, until you find yourself outside next to the Millennium Falcon. I don't know if it would have cluttered up the hallways way too much, but I think it would have been neat to have droids occasionally run out of the mine to their freedom, maybe in groups, just to add a little ambiance to the map, kind of like the civilians running around on the Tatooine map. Kessel is perfect for Extraction. There's a constant frantic pace to the matches, Extraction keeps things relatively small and focused, and this map is made for that. That being said, Kessel is also available for Arcade, Blast, Hero Showdown, and Heroes vs. Villains. Another thing I like about the Battlefront 2 Extraction mode is the fact that heroes are not available. I think this kind of balances out the matches a little more, and I don't think it's a coincidence that my favorite game modes do not feature heroes or villains. Strike, Blast, Extraction now. I personally prefer just being a grunt in a sea of grunts, running and gunning. We were also given the Extraction mode Jabba's Palace map from Battlefront 2015. This particular map came out with the Outer Rim DLC that released in early 2016 for that game. And I don't remember really enjoying this map back then, or the DLC for that matter. And maybe it's just more polished and pretty now, maybe it's a little more frantic than it was in the other game, but I'm thoroughly enjoying it. And as much as I appreciate people's favorite maps from previous games being put into this game, into newer games, I'm still a little apprehensive about the whole idea of it. I'm sure it's a hell of a lot more work than it seems to a dummy like me, but dummies like me think it's kind of a little copy and paste. The new Lando and Han skins are probably the most accurate in the game, and maybe the most accurate real-life human representation of a specific actor I've ever seen. They're incredible, especially Lando. Look at Lando. That is Donald Glover. Sometimes you look at a character modeled after an actor in a video game and something just doesn't quite look right. But that is Donald Glover. Han looks great too. The Chewbacca skin looks good. There's really not much you can do with Chewie, right? Other than Extraction, Kessel, Jabba's Palace, and the skins, they put jetpack cargo back into the game. They made Lando's Millennium Falcon an unlockable hero ship, and updated the menu, removing more holographic effects. Which I don't really understand why people were so up in arms about the holographic effects. I always thought they were kind of cool, and it seemed kind of like a waste of time to just get rid of some menu effects, you know? I don't know. Overall, I think this season is pretty solid. I hope they start releasing the seasons a little more frequent. They're a nice way to send a little jolt to the game when things start to feel a little bit stagnant and repetitive. I'm super pumped for the large-scale mode that Dennis mentioned at EA Play, and I'm also excited to play a little bit of Clone Wars in the hopefully not too distant future. Bring it on. Hello Greedo, out.